I'm here on campus where just last week, the university was covered with snow and ice.
According to the U.S. Census Bureau, women make 82 cents to the man's dollar. Now I'm standing here in front of one of the many events that celebrated International Women's Day.
A huge snowball fight has just ensued. Now, as you can see, there's tons of people out behind me throwing snowballs. I got to attend one of his virtual classes today where Ukrainian students are still attending. I'm here in front of I-49, one of the main highways that runs through Northwest Arkansas, where one of the tools, like a cell phone, can help prevent a non-emergency situation. Howell says that his high school students should have the option to wear one of these. But here at the elementary school, one parent says that these masks should be required. The university has updated their mask mandate requirements. The Garland County Sheriff's Office is not only using that $25,000 grant here at the department, but for programs for people who are struggling with addiction, like here at the Salvation Army. I'm here in front of the Walton MBA offices where students have created their own career path for their education. Now, just 3 years ago, Brett Renow was a distinguished lecturer here at the University of Arkansas for 6 weeks, where he sat in this exact chair collaborating with students on podcasting practices. I'm here in front of I-49, one of the main highways that runs through Northwest Arkansas, where one of the tools, like a cell phone, can help prevent a non-emergency situation. They are putting up 200 signs on the highways to help promote safety for our state.
We're very excited about this.
New road signs are popping up across Arkansas for a non-emergency phone line.
I have no doubt that this will save lives.
State Representative Stephen Meeks proposed this plan in March of last year. The proposal was to have signs up on every state highway roughly every 30 miles. Lori Tudor of the Arkansas Department of Transportation says they will begin putting up signs this week in central Arkansas.
We're going to start in the North Little Rock metro area and work our way out.
This is not the first time that the state of Arkansas had a non-emergency line. Star 55 has been in place, but Meeks says many people forgot about it or simply did not know the number.
The foundation was actually already there. We just weren't utilizing it.
Colonel Bill Bryan of the Arkansas State Police says there are over 36 million travelers on the state's 26,000 miles of highways every year.
We want to be a friendly state and give them a way to contact law enforcement if we need it.
State tax dollars will cover the $55,000 cost. Meeks says this money was already in the state's budget. Ellen Culture says that Northwest Arkansas should see these signs very soon.
By about mid to late February, you should start seeing them.
Star 277 is now available on any AT&T, T-Mobile, or Verizon cell phone. Now, Stephen Meeks told me that this number should be used for things like people driving in and out of lanes, speeding, and even things like big debris on the side of the road. They also told me that this number can be used for suspicious things happening in residential roads, not only on the highways. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Rylie Birdwell. The university was covered with snow and ice. Now, the Northwest Arkansas, specifically Fayetteville, received around 6 inches of snow. Now, although classes were canceled for students, they definitely found their way back to campus.
The snow is so fun.
The University of Arkansas went from this to this overnight.
Oh my gosh!
Fayetteville received over 5 inches of snow, closing campus for 3 days.
It's kind of crazy. You don't get that all the time, so just come out here and have fun with people.
Around 200 to 300 college students at the university gathered for a massive snowball fight.
It's gonna be so fun, and there's actually a lot of people here, so yay! Awesome.
Students not only participated in the snowball fight, but they brought their pets and footballs to play some games in the snow.
Okay.
Now, some students have told me that they are so excited for the snowball fight, as well as other winter activities like skiing and sledding. Some students from Texas specifically have told me that they have never seen this much snow before.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I just hope that everyone has a great snow day and gets to be so happy today.
The second time this semester that the university is closed due to winter weather. The university has been working over the past week to clear all the ice and snow that are still on the sidewalks and roads on campus. Reporting at UATV, I'm Rylie Birdwell.
According to the U.S. Census Bureau, women make 82 cents to the man's dollar. Now I'm standing here in front of one of the many events that celebrated International Women's Day. The theme for today is #BreakTheBias. Now, the university provided many opportunities for students to write letters to powerful women in their lives. They passed out flowers, they had a fashion show symbolizing women's roles in their culture, and they also had a photo gallery to tell the stories of incredible women. Now, the events today aided students in breaking biases regarding gender equality and women in leadership.
That's a thing that's not really discussed, and that's not really a norm, but now that is, and we're starting a lot of conversations that are getting towards like, why can't she be, the leader of this club? Why can't she be the owner of this company? Or, why can't she be the president of the United States?
Now, Sydney told me that there was a lot of guys that passed her booth today because they thought it was just for women. But she says that today is all about the women in their lives that need to be celebrated. Now, here at the university, there's about 45% of women that are in a leadership role compared to the national average of 37%. Reporting live, I'm Rylie Birdwell, UATV News. 3 students at the University of Arkansas are paving a way for storytelling through their education. Grace Crane, Helen Woodham, and Coleman Davis have created their own track in the master's program.
It makes me feel so proud to know that we're doing a track that's never been done before.
Helen Woodham says the program allows her to combine her undergraduate degrees of marketing and journalism.
Knowing that we're pioneering a track that is so creative and so different from traditional business tracks is just so encouraging.
The track caught the attention of the dean of the Walton College, Matt Waller. He invited them to be on an episode of his podcast, Be Epic.
I definitely love and drink the Walton Kool-Aid, so I just think it's so cool that we got to meet with Dean Waller. I thought it was so fun.
In the podcast, they talked about what they are getting out of their education and what the new track looked like for the program.
He used the words, "I think this is the best podcast that I've ever done."
He was so interested in what we were doing.
Recently, the master's program was ranked 11th in the nation for its return on investment, according to the Wall Street Journal. Stovring says their hard work is paying off, and they pride themselves on being flexible and allowing students to create the track that is best for them.
We love that, and I think that's one thing that separates us from other MBA programs.
Now, just 3 years ago, Brett Renow was a distinguished lecturer here at the University of Arkansas for 6 weeks, where he sat in this exact chair collaborating with students on podcasting practices.
It was deeply saddening.
In the fall of 2019, Brent shared his passions of covering stories about topics like war, natural disasters, and various other hard news topics.
He was in the front lines.
Students say they remember who he was and how he inspired them during his time here.
He poured into us information on how to become better journalists while we kind of gave him that feedback of what the podcast generation kind of expects. It was Brent's office when he was here for his stint in 2019. I remember sitting in that chair.
After hearing the news, Blackiston said that Brent left his mark on students who got to meet him here on campus.
A great storyteller's been lost.
Journalism students and staff talked about the impact that he had here on campus and also how he had the skill to humanize every story that he covered. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Rylie Birdwell. I'm standing right here in front of one of the many dining areas on campus. Now, as you can see behind me, this is one of the very popular places to get a meal. But it might not be the most popular thing to wear one of these. Well, now the university has updated their mask mandate requirements so that students do not have to wear this mask mandate in any of the dining facilities on campus. So that includes the one that I'm in front of right here. That also includes 1021 and Fulbright, also the Arkansas Union. Now, I spoke to the manager of University Relations, John F. Thomas, and he told me that also students do not have to wear their mask while working out. So in the Hyper and in the Union, students do not have to wear these or take them on and off while working out. Although these masks will still be required in the classroom and also any classes involving or surrounding physical activity.
Our response teams are always looking at it and always looking at the pandemic and trying to figure out, how to keep everyone safe. So as we go throughout the semester, you might see some more changes over the course over the next few months, but we don't want to go too fast and make a drastic change, too quickly, and then possibly have to go back.
The COVID-19 response team here at the university has told me that they are going to continue to watch and regulate the mask mandate and adjust it as needed over the semester. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Rylie Birdwell.